What's up, beautiful soul sister? It's Thursday. It is Spiritual Thursday, my one of my favorite days of the week. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. This is the 90-day detox challenge. I'm Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and life coach. And today is Spiritual Thursday, where we focus on emotional regulation, healing the inner child, and healing grief, reconnecting with your purpose and identity. This is one of my favorite topics, ladies. Come on in, have a seat at the table. I'm going to light some sage, just kind of set the tone today. So, we are on day 24 of a 90-day detox challenge. So, this is actually the fourth week now that we are diving deep to healing the inner child. The first phase of the 90-day detox, we get to share our stories, journal, go back to who we are, where we come from, think about our mindsets, our belief systems, where does that come from. And then now we're entering the second phase of the program, one of my favorites. It is um self-awareness, self-assessments. Who are you? Where do you come from? Why? I was at a point in my life where had hit rock bottom with depression, anxiety, was was hiding with drugs and alcohol, and um and I hit rock bottom. I was depressed. There was a point in my life, I was in my 20s. I was making like 21.50 an hour. This is 20 years ago, making like 21.50 an hour. I was married, had my blue house with the white picket fence in front of a park, amazing neighbors. Everything was really, really great. But I remember during that time driving to work, just a mundane, and just thinking about rearing off into the cars and just taking off. And I was just like very depressed. I had anxiety. That's when my healing started. That's when I sat at the table. I brought the family. I said, I'm going through these mental health issues. I need help. I went to a psychologist and therapist, and it was a revolving door at the hospital with prescription medication, psychologists, and from one to another. And frankly, nothing worked. None of that worked. What worked, what helped me, I'm going to share it with you in this video. So it is good. Come on in, have a seat at the table. I am Veronica Rosa, your emotional wellness and your life coach. And today is Spiritual Thursday. We're going to talk about 5 tips to unlock your potential with your life path secrets. And so this is getting good, girlfriend. We are not born to live on autopilot. And that's exactly what I was doing. As I was working with this perfect job, great husband, had my son. He was like 5 years old at the time. And everything was great, but I still had this anxiety. I wanted to pull on my hair. I wanted to run, cry, and scream, drive off the road. I was just living on autopilot. I wasn't happy. And so we're going to talk about your purpose, your path, and your unique energetic blueprint, because everybody has a unique energetic blueprint. And when you align with it, doors begin to open in ways that you never thought was possible. Girl, I can't wait to share more about my story. So come on in, have a seat. It's going to get juicy, girlfriend. So, peace replaces pressure. Purpose replaces confusion. Let's unlock what's already inside of you, girlfriend. So, what blocks our potential? I have like allergies now. Sorry. What blocks our potential? Many of us don't feel stuck because we're unmotivated. Tea, raspberry tea is delicious with one thing of stevia. So, many of us don't feel stuck because we're unmotivated, or many of us we don't feel stuck because we're not motivated. We feel stuck because we are disconnected from our intuition, disconnected from our truth, disconnected from our soul's desires. our soul's directions. And most of that disconnection comes from living for others, being a wife, doing the job that they suggested, and um, suppressing your gifts to fit in, following the paths that don't align with our values. And we can deviate from our values when our needs are being met. And so we also, the disconnection also comes from operating in survival mode instead of soul mode. So today we are going to shift that, girlfriend. We are no longer going to live in survival mode. We're going to find out what our blocks are, what our triggers are, and flip that frown upside down, girlfriend. Because what I thought were my weaknesses actually ends up being my strengths. My Ever since high school, I used to be intrigued with the subconscious, intrigued with crystals and rocks and astrology and all that. But it's nobody in my family talks about it. Nobody knows anything about it. And so it was just a thing that you read in the newspaper and that's it. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom, I was in my mid 30s, and I began to pray and ask God for for answers, for healing, for advice. I was stuck. I was lost. I hated life at that time. And everything shifted once I unlocked my true potential through life paths. So your birthday holds a sacred code. You use numerology to find your life path number and learn what your natural strengths, your soul lessons, and your destiny themes are. So we all have free will. So it's kind of like a pro- uh, a projection, an estimate. Most likely the energies are following this, but we have free will too to act or react the way we're going to act out in our lives, right? And so each problem situation that we encounter in our lives or even in our caretakers lives, that then they teach us on how to react to those situations, is supposed to be like a life lesson. It's supposed to teach us how to overcome. It's supposed to lead us into the path into where we're supposed to go. But if we get stuck in the depression, the fear, the doubt, the stress, the worry, we will know we won't have we will close the doors for the opportunities to learn about ourselves. And so when I started learning about life paths, it was like, wow, what I thought was my weakness of being sensitive, being a drama queen is what they used to call me, and I used to call myself. What I realized is that no, I'm an empath. I have connections with the subconscious. And I started to put non-tangible things like emotions into existence. It started to validate what I was feeling. And so your birthday holds a sacred code. You use numerology to find out your life path number and learn what your natural strengths, your soul lessons, and your destiny themes are. So I can show you how to calculate it. I do have a woman's workbook for emotional regulation, and it's the page is right in there. It teaches you how to calculate your life path and how to do self-assessment, how to figure out who you are, where do you come from, where you going, what are your soul lessons, and how do you overcome those lessons through balancing your chakras, the negative emotions into positive emotions of trust, of just feeling of purpose and hope. And so the number one tip is know your life path number. Once you know your life path number, oh, this is why I've gone through this, and that. Oh, because of that, I can help over here. So one, know your life path number. I'm a life path master number 11. My husband is a life path master number 22. We are two master life paths, 11 and 22. And so once I learned that we're here to teach how doing this, what I'm doing, in a coach that basically teaches people out of fear, the whole world. My purpose is to shift from negative doubt, destruction by being greedy and just conquering, dividing, and not paying attention to our nature, our environment, our food, our bodies, our emotions. And so I go from, okay, let me show you the chakras. That's the chakras. Those are your emotional energy center. Those are your chakras. The bottom part is the root chakra. That is very masculine energy, like the yin and the yang. You have the emotions, plus you have the masculine and the feminine energy. So all of this is like layers of an onion. And so you can be masculine energy, but be a woman, but have dominant masculine energy, and vice versa. You can be a man and have dominant energy of feminine energy. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy, and the point is that we balance that within ourselves. The red root chakra is about survival, your basic needs for survival. So it's putting a home, job, food on the table. When that is out of balance and it's negative, it's greedy, it's conquer, divide, me, minds, and it could be very greedy, it's very masculine, it could be very aggressive. On the other flip side, on the other side, all the way to the top, you have the crown chakra. The crown chakra is a feminine energy. It's very thoughtful, it's very passive. And so, depending on what traumas you may have gone through in your early lives, your chakras, your masculine, your feminine energy chakras may be out of balance because you had to learn how to fend for yourself. Let's say you were abandoned as a child, so you had to learn how to provide for yourself. But now maybe you're at a point where it's not like conquer, divide, you're living, but you still have that greed. And so now you got to come back and learn how to be a little bit more empathic. And so that is actually the two opposite polar opposites when they are both out of an alignment. The root chakra and the crown chakra, the masculine and the feminine energy, can be become out of alignment through traumas and through the masculine and the feminine. I was extremely empathic. My husband was extremely like narcissistic. And so through the love that we have with each other, we learn how to balance each other out, balance ourselves out within ourselves, so that we are whole within ourselves. So that when we come back together, we actually, by doing that, we magnetize the connection instead of repelling the connection. And so that was healing the emotional energy center by the emotions and your masculine and your feminine energy. So you're not just, oh, it's okay, too passive and or not too greedy, mine, mine, mine. It's kind of like the Democrat and Republicans too. So that's a whole nother story for another day. But I get really excited about this conversation because it's amazing. But it all starts with knowing your life path number. And let me know in the comments if you want help knowing your life path number so that we can calculate it. And it's like a can of worms. You start learning more and more about yourself. So number two is tune into your inner voice. If your mind is racing and your heart feels numb, you need stillness. Start with 5 minutes a day, silence, prayer, or breath work. Listen for what your spirit has been whispering. I totally remember during my peak of my healing where I was actually sentenced to go to therapies and all this, and they try to it's when they introduced me into meditation, and I'm walking in with my Mountain Dew and all shaky, and I got a nail salon and I'm a business owner and I got things to do and I don't have time to meditate. I got too many things in my mind. Girl, shut it. And I noticed once, and I noticed other people in the same class too. Like, I have anxiety, but drinking Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is full of caffeine and sugar. Well, no wonder we're causing our own anxiety. So, what we consume has a lot to do with the emotions also, and being able to quiet, because a lot of the processed foods, it's at a vibration of fight, flight, freeze. It's, distress. And so removing the processed foods, the sugar, the alcohol from your diet through this 90-day detox is going to settle the mind so that you can be able to begin to meditate, become mindful, do breath work, sit in silence, be able to pray, so that you can get the information, the message that is supposed to come to you. Because everybody's on a different path, everybody has a different strengths and weaknesses, and we're all little pieces of a puzzle that if we all come together, we're going to create a huge, big picture. And that huge, big picture is honestly, it's saving the world, girlfriend, so that we can reincarnate and to come back and come back and come back. At the rate that we're going now, our world, global warming, our earth is gonna light up like Mars, and we don't want that. We want to serve and save our earth, and we do that through here first, here at home. What am I consuming? What is my footprint of what I am consuming? And so it starts here in the kitchen with what we are cooking, what are we consuming, what are we putting in our bodies to silence the mind, be able to sit in stillness, do prayers and do breath works, and get in tune with our inner voice. Number three is reflect on your resistance. Whatever you avoid holds the key to what you're meant to confront and heal. Ooh, and that's a scary one. Ooh, the life path is the fun part. But when you break it down and start learning about your natal chart, whew, now when we start talking about your life lessons, the reason why you came into this world, what were you what are you supposed to learn and overcome? And the thing that you fear the most, it's going to be that. So if you fear being cheated on, you're gonna have to learn how to overcome being cheated on and be able to come out through it with forgiveness and have gratitude and not hold on to resentment and grief and all of that. Because that energy is going to take you into the next phase of your life of where you're supposed to be heading to. So whatever you avoid holds the key to what you are meant to confront and heal in this lifetime. So ask yourself, what am I afraid of becoming? And that's likely who you are here to be. Number four, connect with your childhood joy. Go back to what lit you up as a child. Did you love to sing, write, teach, dance, organize, help others? That joy is your natural genius. Reclaim it, girlfriend. Girl, when I was a little girl in my room with my sister, I would be the one with my little dish set, taking all the Oreo cookies apart, putting all the cream in one, the cookies, and then putting it back and putting water in the little cups and having tea time. I had a little sewing kit. I love to teach. I was a teacher. I was always a teacher or playing house. I had a printer. And so definitely when I go back and I look at my pictures and my childhood, I'm like, yep, I could see where where I was heading. It all makes sense now. And then tip number five, take soul aligned action. No more waiting until you feel ready, until don't start small. Send the email, sign up for the class, share your voice. The universe rewards momentum, not perfection. And so You'll never, we'll never feel ready enough. We can always come up with excuses. Even me coming on is like, oh, I got to do one more class. I got to do this. I got to do that. And so, um, I just, by doing these live classes, it's forcing me to just get out there and say what I have to say. Sometimes I don't even know what I have. I have an idea, but I just pray and ask that the message is supposed to be release comes out and that everything is fine and dandy and that I'm living in my purpose. And so, no more waiting until you feel ready. You're ready, girlfriend. Get going. You'll know. I felt ready 10 years ago. I was like, I want to write a book and I want to do this. And I thought I'm going to become a millionaire in that same year. And it took like 6 years for me to actually finally get to the point where I thought I wanted to be 10 years ago, or where I thought, oh, this is going to happen. But each year I was like, oh, well, I have to learn this and I have to learn that. And I've been learning and educating and fit healing each area, emotion of my chakras. My last one was my throat chakra. Actually, just this summer, I went on a cruise with my mom. It was the first mother daughter cruise. It was amazing. And I did karaoke for the first time on the cruise. That was part of me healing my throat chakra and overcoming the fear of public speaking. And so those are small little tasks and little things that you can do, like signing up for a class or doing karaoke, some things that you don't know why you're doing it, but you just feel called to do it. Do it. Doesn't matter if nobody's ever bought it or nobody, you don't see anybody else doing it. Like for example, I have this desk and like three lights and a microphone and let me see, and a microphone and when I was purchasing all my stuff, what are you gonna do with that? You're not uh y- you don't do that. And criticism and doubt, and I felt funny, I felt embarrassed, but I don't know, I was just called. I just felt the need, like, I don't know how I'm gonna use it. And I actually had like the desk and everything for like a year or like 2 years, but now it's really now coming all together. I'm like, see, I knew I needed that for something. And so pay attention, be mindful to those thoughts, and don't just throw it away. Be curious. Let's, instead of becoming um discouraged and angry or bored, whatever, become curious. Where does that stem from? So let's reflect and do some journal prompts. Let's pause and reflect. What have I always felt drawn to, but never gave myself permission to explore? Let me see, about 4 years ago, I wanted to overcome the fear of public speaking or the fear of being seen. And we were over there. My husband had got a job. Where is it? At Key West. We were way down over there in Key West. Like nobody knows me, right? He went to work, and I think we had a fight that morning, or maybe I was just irritated. And instead of just sitting home and like moping and waiting for him to come in order to go have dinner because we're at a hotel, I took my power back and I started walking. I walked to a little mall, like a center mall. It was like an outdoor mall. And I took these flags that I dance with, and I went and I set my camera, and I started dancing all beautiful with these flags. They're like silk flags. They're colorful. They're really pretty. And for me, it's just, I don't know. I've never seen nobody do it. Is I was started with walking. I just felt like, well, I want some flags. I started looking on Amazon. I found them. They're beautiful, and it's kind of just a way, a form of bringing a creative energy out, but also it's really beautiful. It's very feminine, it's really creative. And then I was also, since it was beautiful and everything, it's kind of hypnotizing. And I wanted to go out there and overcome my fears of being seen. So about 4 years ago, I went out there, went to the mall, and I did that, and I recorded myself. There's people watching. I felt so embarrassed, but I was like, I'm overcoming this. I walked back to the hotel when my husband came home, and he's like, "Arr, arr." I, instead of like bickering and um having resentment and all that, you have like this whole different, like, I did something today, and it just wasn't anything illegal, wasn't anything immoral, but it was something that made me feel good. And so instead of, it releases energy, where instead of, my husband coming and fighting with him, I'm like, I did something today. And so try something new, try something that you have always been drawn to, but never had done it because you don't have the permission, you're scared, you doubt, you worry, what are people gonna say? Just do it, girlfriend. Just do it. Try something new. And then number two, what do I need to release in order to become who I was born to be? Ooh. What do I need to release in order to become who I was born to be? And what did my therapist used to say? Don't ask your head, ask your heart. She was like, don't ask your head, ask your heart. And so don't be think of the logic and everything, just what comes out, write it out. And then number 3, what what's one action that I can take this week that feels aligned with my purpose? So, what is one action you can take this week that feels aligned with your purpose? And drop a purple heart in the comments if you are ready to unlock your next level, girlfriend. I will be posting the link in the comments if you are ready to start with your own personal workbook. All right, so let's affirm and transition into cooking. I absolutely love this topic. If you want to dive deep and do some soul searching and do some self assessments by looking into what your life path, what your natal path is, and you can be able to find out everything about your life. It's been over 10, 15 years since I've been diving deep. And when I first found out about my life path, I was like, no, I'm not a healer. I'm a nail tech. I can't do anything. I don't know. But I didn't realize that everything that I was going through, all that pain, trauma, all those trials, tribulations, and all that, it was preparing me to learn how to heal myself, so then I can learn how to teach you how to heal yourselves. And so I get very excited about this topic. It was a topic that was very scary to me, and still, even now, some people think, "Oh, that's the devil, that's esoteric, and all that." It's just that um, you have blocked yourself, and you haven't opened yourself. Yeah, there could be to everything. There's dark side, but I'm speaking of love and light. The dark side is fear, doubt, stress, worry, anxiety, embarrassed, frustrated, feeling depressed, skeptical. The light is joy, contentment, respect, satisfied, proud, cheerful, amused, creative, extravagant. So that's light. Somebody who's trying to come in and do dark magic and say, I'm going to put a curse on them. That's evil. That's dark magic. We don't want to mess with that. We're about God, love, and light in this kitchen. So with that being said, let's do our affirmations and get to the kitchen. Let's speak life over our potential. Look into the mirror, look into your eyes in the mirror, cross your heart, touch your heart, and speak life over our potential. I am aligned with my divine purpose. I release fear and make space for flow. My life has meaning and my path is unfolding beautifully. Every step I take is guided by wisdom and grace. I am becoming the woman my soul came here to be. And yeah, I came here to be more than just a mother and a wife. Veronica, I am. And so let's bring in this frequency into the kitchen. Let this meal be a celebration of clarity, courage, and most importantly, conscious living. Let's be woke, girls. Let's be woke, ladies. So, because when you nourish your body with love, you fuel your spirit with purpose, and you will blossom like these beautiful roses in water. So, welcome to your unlocked potential, one bite at a time. This is Vitality Values Wellness series called Cooking with Purpose. And thank you for joining me today.
Welcome to Cooking with Purpose. Fill your body and feed your soul. Let's get cooking with purpose to lower A1C, shed unwanted weight, maximize mental sharpness and clarity, boost self expression, boost immune system, build confidence, maintain emotional balance, relieve pain, relieve headaches, cleanse your digestion, and much more. Welcome to Cooking with Purpose, where we fill our bodies and feed our souls. If you are feeling tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or struggling with weight loss, anxiety, or energy crashes, it's time to take back control, starting in the kitchen. Today, we are cooking an easy and delicious, nutrient packed dinner to help boost your metabolism, balance hormones, and fuel your body for success. Whether you are a busy mom, battling cravings, or just looking to feel amazing again, this is for you. Drop a firebomb in the comments if you are ready to cook with me. Let's get cooking, good looking. So, what's for dinner?
Let's get cooking. Good looking. So, what's for dinner? So, I'm just noticing that my phone didn't. I am the type of person, actually, like your life path too, could tell you about your body style and all that. But I am the type of person that I will quickly gain weight, and if I don't take care of myself, I will gain weight. This was me in December. I didn't even realize I was looking like this until I saw the picture. Uh, That was me the before December, Christmas. Woo, girl, I went to Puerto Rico in November. I was there for 2 months, and I blew up like a balloon by eating pork and red meat and carbs and bread and alcohol, stuff that I'm not supposed to be. Right away, I went on a sugar detox, and right away, I lost weight, and within 3 weeks, I'm down 7.5 inches. I'm feeling great. I feel good. And so now we'll keep working, baby steps, and it'll add up because summertime is coming, girlfriend, and we don't want to be feeling self-conscious during the summer. So I'm trying to be a sexy mamacita. Alrighty, so yesterday I made curry chicken without the curry. So I was missing spice, that flavor. I was really missing flavor. It was edible. I was able to eat it. My husband, he came home and he wasn't hungry either. So I still have that. I'm going to doctor it up. I'm going to roast some vegetables in the oven. And I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm going to doctor up just a little bit because I have a lot of leftovers. So let's get to it, girlfriend. I hate that my other camera's not working. All right, so come here. Let me make sure that my roasted veggies go. Let me look at the recipe. Yeah, 425 in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, flipping halfway. And we're ready. Because my phone is not working, so I'm having a hard time showing you. Okay, remember this was what I made yesterday. It was curry chicken. I'm just gonna do a couple of spoonfuls, put it in here, reheat it. Actually, I had made the black beans in the crock pot, and they're just in its natural form, black beans. But I'm going to put some flavor into it. Who am I? Where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna do that in here. Back up, fool. Back up. Back up, fool. Back up. Back up, fool. So let's just go ahead and cut up. I'm gonna put this in the black beans, saute it, and then put it in the black beans for some extra flavor, for some added flavor. Where are you going? Come here. Where are you going? What are you going upstairs for? Some garlic, a couple pieces of garlic. What you doing, Coco? Little Miss Coco. So I got my garlic. My roasted veggies will go in here. Red, orange, peppers, garlic, onions. I'm gonna saute them and then put them in the black beans. And let's prepare our veggies. So these veggies are a little ugly, so I'm just gonna shave off the ugly part. Let me rinse these off. Whew, my legs are hurting from the gym. Here, turn on the beans. And I'm gonna pour this right into the beans. Oven is ready for my veggies. So for the veggies, we're going to sprinkle some olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, salt, pepper, paprika, and where's my Italian seasoning? Pepper, Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna put on my curry chicken without the curry on top of it. Okay, so I'll put this in the oven for 12 minutes and then flip it over. Wait, how many I said? 20, 20, 12, I said 25. All right, that's pretty easy peasy. Now let's get to these beans. Let's doctor them up. I'm gonna add some of this. Tastes good. And now let's doctor this one up. Okay, this is on. The beans are good, girlfriend. All right, so as we let the food simmer, let's do an angel message for you. A little message for you. We need more Italian seasoning. I'm gonna throw these mushrooms that I have. Cleaning out the refrigerator, girlfriend. Making goulash. This is for the beans. Definitely need more Italian seasoning. Because that is a must. All right, girlfriend. Come on. Come on in. Let's do. I'm going to pull 3 angel messages for my viewer as we let the food simmer. That's the hubby. He's on his way home. All right, message for you, message for my viewer, message for my viewer. Let's see here. Message for my viewer, message for you. Saving. You, as you constantly save for your future is saved. You do you do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Talking about life purpose, girlfriend. So it says to start saving, girlfriend. Start putting away some savings. Put it in your bank account. But as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. So it says to set some funds away, save. Message for you, message for my viewer, message for you, message for my viewer. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Yes, I'm paying attention. I have started my exercise. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes your own reward. And see, at first, I didn't want to go to the gym and do all that crazy exercising. And that's why I had started dancing with the flags, and I'd go outside and dance and do arm workout, and it's muscle, core muscle. So it's, it doesn't have to be, and especially if you're not feeling like going to the gym, don't stress yourself out because you're going to cause more cortisol in your belly, making you gain weight. All right. God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doors to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Yes. Release resentment about money. Yes, the money system in the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentment about finances just pushes away your abundance. Instead, see money as a tool that you can use to better the world. And this shift will help you attract, support the golden opportunities. So, also, to think about your personal skills, your goals. Don't think about money is currency. It comes and goes. Paper. Mm, the American dollar, it's paper. It's not even gold, you know? But just like that piece of paper, you carry value within yourself. You have certain skills, traits, talents that only you, and sometimes it's through the difficult situations that you've been put through, is that how you gain these strengths. And so think about your strengths, your goals. You are all, as long as you can wash dishes, you can clean house, you can shine shoes, you can do nails, you can cut hair, there's a million things that you can do to make money. So put in the energy, ask God for your resources, release resentment about money, and get exercising. And by visualizing abundance in all forms, God gives you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. And that's what I'm talking about. We're going from the emotions of doubt, fear, embarrassed, jealous, frustrated, feeling stupid and ashamed, to say the least. And God is saying, "No, we are rich. I want you to have joy. I want you to be relaxed and loving and trusting and thankful. And by being in the energies of the positive energies of love and light and have that creativity, that's how your ideas will come to you, and the answers to will the your prayers will be answered in the forms of ideas. And then you got to put that pep into the step. You got to put in the energy, girlfriend. Put in the energy. I know my husband has a lot of energy. Girl, he's rich. So that's how we become powerful manifestors in this world. That's how we overcome our fear, doubt, stress, worry. If you are in a position where you feel depressed, anxious, have a lost sense of purpose, I'm Veronica Rosa. I'm your emotional wellness and your life coach, and I would love to work with you one on one or in a group setting, or just join me on these live cooking with purpose. We are on day 24 of a 90-day detox challenge, and I actually do have a workbook, so it's an online PDF. I'll put the link in the comments if you are interested in learning what your life path is. I mean, you can just Google it and find it out. It's really simple. It's there. But I have put together a book in orderly fashion. So, like just like this 90-day program, you have the first phase, the second phase, and the third phase. It's in 3 phases. The first 4 weeks of the program is about sharing your story, going back, reflecting. Who are you? Where did you come from? Where what is your mindset, your belief system? And then phase two is doing self awareness, self assessments. Who are you? Where did you come from? What's your mission? What's your life purpose? What are your skills? What are your weaknesses? How can we switch your weaknesses into strengths? Just like what I thought was my weakness of emotions and being emotionally too over emotional and drama queen, that has become my strength, where now I understand emotions and I have overcome the emotions from a negative to a positive, and now I can help you become successful. And then phase number three. Is phase three is when we start to create powerful action plans. So we want to create a powerful action plan with the vision board, and not just create the vision board, actually put small daily tasks that's going to get you closer to that vision. And so I noticed in my first years, I was grabbing people. Oh, you had this. Do you have this skill? Let's go create you a business. I love starting businesses because that's where you really take your power back. Stop working for other people. You stop paying all those taxes. You get tax cuts by having your own business, and you start to be the leader of your own world instead of just reacting to life as it comes to you. But yeah, so the 90-day detox is in three different phases. Every 4 weeks, we shift into the new phase. This week, we're shifting into the second phase of the healing process. And so I have an emotional wellness workbook for you. It's like 60 some pages long and with all the 3 phases. And you can go along at your own pace and do the assessments that you need to do to figure out who are you, what emotions are blocked, and how to overcome those emotions. So that's your emotional energy center. Those this is your chakras. That's your emotional energy centers. These are emotions that are associated. We want to overcome the negative and red emotions into positive green emotions, overcoming them through forgiveness, gratitude, and joy, and through food, what we consume, because what we eat is directly correlates with our hormones. Our hormones affect our emotions. So you see there the chakra system. The chakra system also aligns with our endocrine system. Our endocrine system is our hormone system. Our endocrine system is consists of the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, the pineal gland, the thyroid, the pancreas, the adrenals, the ovaries, and they all have their unique functions. And so, not just emotionally, what we're consuming, does it affect us emotionally? It could also then If those areas are blocked, it can start to show up as physical alarm points. So if you're somebody who is insecure, who has doubt, who doesn't know her purpose in life, you may be overweight, you may have digestive issues, and so on and so forth. So I'll talk. Stick with me, and I'll show you, take you places, girlfriend. Let's flip over the veggies. We are the world. So that song is about Africa and the children out there, but that song to me means so much more. It's like coming together as a we're united in peace. It doesn't mean that we all have to go all one Democrat or all the other Republican or all narcissistic and all empathic. It's creating the balance, the yin and the yang. We have masculine and feminine energies, and we need that in the world. But we need to have a healthy version of an empath and a healthy version of the masculine energy where they're going to conquer, divide, and set um, forward, be providers, allow them to be providers. And so, like onion, layers of an onion, we start peeling back different layers, start doing self assessments, figuring out what are my triggers, where am I blocked, how can I overcome that? And we do that through food, through mindfulness, becoming mindful of what we're consuming, how does it feel, and then becoming mindful of the body, mind, body, spirit. How does my body feel? What my body is saying? And allowing yourself time to just be you, setting boundaries. Push, I didn't know how to be alone until I was like 27. I was pretty much forced out of divorce, stress, anxiety, depression. And so that's when my awakenings started to happen around 27 to 33, and that's coming. So let me know in the comments if you were struggling with something similar. And my husband said he's coming home. He's on his way, girlfriend. He is on his way. Tastes good already. mm, I don't know. Have a little bit of Italian seasoning. So yeah, he called me. He said he wants some chicken wings. They've been so good. I've been making them every week. But I told him we have so much leftovers. So trying to see if I want to give him that or give him some turkey, give him something different. Got 6 minutes left before the grand finale, and I show you what we're eating. There I am. I don't know if I never went live or what, but it didn't seem like I had gone live on Facebook. I mean, that's why my honey bunny didn't know I was cooking. Oh, the food is ready. 4 more minutes on the veggies. The black beans are ready. Taste delicious. Delicious. All right, so I will be reposting the video after I edit it. So thank you for joining me tonight, Cooking with Purpose. Tomorrow, join me tomorrow for Fulfillment Friday to talk about how to stop playing small and say yes to your calling, girlfriend. Girl, I was playing small because I was so scared. I was so embarrassed. I had doubt, I had fear, I had a lot of insecurities, and slowly but surely I began to push myself to break free from the fear, because fear is only blocking us from being able to obtain what we came into this world. 2 more minutes. Let me unlock the door because I think the honey bunny is home. All right, let's prepare this meal, guys. So, organic baby arugula and baby spinach. It's washed and ready to eat. It's like less than $5 for this at your local Walmart. Time off. Let's get our veggies out. Voila. La 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 la. La 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 la. Esto es lo que hay para de cenar, Joel. Let me turn off my curry chicken without the curry. Right on top. I added some Italian seasoning, a little bit more salt. It was tasting a little bland from yesterday. Bon appetit. Now let's try this beautiful looking meal, a 90-day detox meal. Doesn't always have to be all fancy, but it has to be with intention, with love. Don't forget love. Look at that. So this was curry chicken. but I forgot the curry. I didn't have curry to put in, so it was a little bland. So today I added a little bit more salt and Italian seasoning and some left. Oh yeah. Now, just with that mushroom, now it hits the spot. Yesterday I was like, I'll eat it. Cauliflower and a side of baby arugula and baby spinach. Now I love it, girlfriend. I love you, Mary Ellen. Woo! Hot. So I'm going to enjoy my dinner with my honey bunny. I hear him outside the door. So thank you for joining me again. Um, Join me tomorrow for Fulfillment Friday, and we're gonna go over how to stop playing small and say yes to your calling. I would have never. I believe, or when I saw in my natal chart, my life path, that I'm supposed to heal and help people. I'm like, what? I'm talking about being a health coach and being into health and liking food. And now look at me, I'm like, love food. I could taste the flavors, but it's crazy. I wanted to be partying on the rooftop, getting drunk, and really, my true calling was underneath what I didn't want to do. Got here pushing, screaming, and crying, but as soon as I stopped swimming against the current, and once I get put in the kitchen, all of a sudden I'm like, "Blah, blah, blah," and it lights me up. I forget about the alcohol and all the other stuff. It brings joy into your life. And when you have joy into your life, you don't need all that other stuff. So join me tomorrow for Fulfillment Friday. Thank you. And see you later, alligator. Adios.
Are you ready to take the first steps to shedding weight, boosting your energy, and transforming your habits? It all starts here. Visit vitalityvalueswellness.com and look for the free habit tracker section. Enter your first name, your last name, along with your email address, and your tracker will be delivered straight to your inbox. You've got this. I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Download now and let's start your journey today. vitalityvalueswellness.com.